Schönen guten Morgen am 9. Mai. Wir haben eine kurze Nacht in Moab verbracht. Um 1 erst ins Bett, 6:30 Uhr hat der Wecker geklingelt, wir waren schon ein bisschen früher wach. Kurz ein bisschen Sachen zusammengepackt, fix was gefrühstückt, was Gesundes diesmal, Avocado-Toast und einen Lachsbagel, noch einen kleinen Smoothie mitgenommen. Ja, und jetzt bin ich schon wieder auf Achse. Es geht nordwärts raus aus Moab nach Green River und von Green River dann Richtung Hanksville und dann ab links Richtung Hans Flat Range Station und die Maze. 10:15 Uhr. Jetzt wird's spannend. Fast 2 Jahre Planung. Und jetzt wird's tatsächlich ernst. Hier vorne kommt der Abzweig, um den es sich jetzt die nächsten 9 Tage drehen wird, beziehungsweise um das Gebiet, um welches es sich die nächsten 9 Tage drehen wird. Ich muss sagen, dass ich tatsächlich ein bisschen aufgeregt bin, aber jetzt gibt es kein Zurück mehr. Knapp 70 auf einer sogenannten Dirt Road. Fährt sich aber auch wie eine Autobahn, ey. Ist wirklich gefühlt besser als manche Interstate. Gar keine Probleme hier.
And you're going to the maze areas and you're going backpacking?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see here. So you're going to the maze area zone for the next 6 nights, right?
6 or 7? 7?
Go out. We go out on the 17th.
On the 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then so you have it. So you're not going out tonight, right? No, tomorrow. Yeah, you're gonna go out and camp somewhere and then come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure it starts tomorrow.
Yes.
Just making sure.
We wanted to stay at North Point.
It's French Spring.
French Spring. Is that possible?
I could check to see if there's a campsite available. If there is, it's a walk-up permit and it's $5 per person per day for those.
Okay.
And you could, let me see, I can just tell you if I have something available. I don't know because today we're kind of busy. North Point I have open today. It's this.
It's French Spring, right?
Yeah, so this is the campsite at French Spring right here. Because you're backpacking down this trail,
Exactly,
right?
yeah. So that would be perfect, yeah.
Yeah, so that, I think I have that open. Let me just make sure really quick. And then, I would just have to
Pay the extra
just pay
$5.
the $5 per person per day, so it'd be $15 for
Yeah.
yeah.
No problem.
Let's see here. So the Maze District of Canyonlands is one of the most remote places in the lower 48 United States. So we don't have a lot of communication that's available. If you have a cell phone that has Verizon signal, sometimes you'll get a service. You can see the White Mountains that are over by Moab, the LaSalles that are over there.
Okay.
If you don't have that, you don't have any communication unless you have like a spot device or a PLB or something like that. Just know that you're pretty far out there. Rescue's not guaranteed and towing's not guaranteed either. So just so you know that. Down in our trails, kind of like Salt Creek, it's marked with rock cairns. We ask that you don't build, add to, or destroy any of those cairns. That's why we have them out there, is we put them in places that we need them to be, pretty much. So you have springs you're going to be using down there. It's going to be out there for multiple days. So just be respectful of those springs. Don't immerse any human body parts in the spring. Don't put any like lotion or bug spray or anything like that into the water. And also, if you find a pool of water that you think you're going to use the entire pool of water for just yourself, try to find another pool of water next to it so you don't use all the water in one area just for your drinking water. Okay. You shouldn't have any issues. There's still plenty of water from what I've heard out there. So, let's see here. You're going to be going down the Maze Overlook Trail. So you're going to need at least 20 feet or so of line for lowering packs down that trail. As it's anything you encounter in Salt Creek, the trail down Maze Overlook is going to be at least twice as hard, if not more, to get down that. So you have like scrambling and a little bit of like squeezing through rock cracks and whatnot. So you're going to want to lower packs down there. Make sure you bring some string with you or something. Yeah. All right. And for parking, let me go over that with you real quick. So here we are at Hands Flat right here. When you go down this main road to get to the North Point campsite where you're going to be camping, you take a left right there and go up a little ways, and you take a right into the campsite, and the campsite's right in here. You can park in there and spend the night for tonight, but when you leave in the morning, you're going to have to drive out of that campsite back down the road, and there's 2 square parking areas on either side of the road right at this junction, and leave your vehicles there. Just don't leave your vehicles in that campsite because other people need to use it. And then from there, when you start the trail, you have to walk up away from the campsite down the road to where the trail starts further up the road. It doesn't start right out of the campsite. You have to go up further. Going down this road, it's not too bad to get down to that campsite. There are a couple of rough spots with some sandstone rocks and whatnot that you're going to have to navigate over. Just make sure you stay on the road. Don't go around things off the road. Make sure you stay on it. And all right, that's maze specific stuff. Now I have just general permit stuff to go over with you. So you probably heard this already, but these permits are only valid for the dates, the areas, and the number of people you have on your permit. If you want to change any of that, you have to come and talk to us before you actually do it. Like I said, keep your vehicles on the road. There are no drones allowed in the park, so don't fly any drones. Wood campfires are prohibited, especially right now. They're always prohibited, but the wind is super bad right now. So if you have propane stoves or charcoal pans, you can use those as well, as long as you take the ashes out with you. Everything you bring into the park must leave the park with you. Don't leave anything in here. We don't want your stuff. And everything that you do have in the park, including garbage, food, anything with a food sent to it, make sure that it's stored correctly. We don't require bear canisters like Salt Creek does, but the ravens and squirrels are super bad here, so they'll get into your stuff if you don't leave it in your pack. And sometimes live and chew into your pack, so just keep an eye on all your stuff when you're out there. Let's see here. Unless you're in the greener Colorado rivers, don't swim or get in any of the water in the park. We need it for drinking water. Camping, since you're going to be in dispersed camping and you're not in a campsite like in Salt Creek, you're going to have to find a priorly impacted site. You probably did that in Salt Creek, I imagine. So just find a place someone's either impacted before, loose sand or rock. Like don't just so you're familiar with the cryptobiotic soil is
Yeah.
from being in Salt Creek, so just don't camp in
Yeah.
any of that. You have to be at least 300 feet away from water and archaeological sites. So you can't camp anywhere near the harvest scene, which is right here
Yep.
that you're going to see, or any of the springs. And our goal is that you're a mile away from the road for a campsite, so don't camp right next to the road. And also you're out of sight of trail corridors, so don't have your tents or your camp visible from a trail corridor that other people are going to be walking down. That makes sense. You don't want to see a whole bunch of tents when you're out there, and neither does anybody else. Hopefully none of you have hammocks. No. Okay, yeah,
No.
they don't work here.
Yeah.
So pretty much,
Between the stones.
yeah. And so everything in the park's protected. Don't take anything out of the park with you. You're more than welcome to like pick stuff up, look at it. Just don't take it with you. Just put it back down. There are no pets that are allowed in the park. I don't think you have any dogs. Hopefully,
No,
it's
it's so bad.
and so what's your plan for what you're going to be doing with your human waste in the park?
So we have these potties.
Yeah, you have like the bags.
Yeah.
We also have shovel.
Yeah. So in the park, in this part of the park, in the other part of the park, it's required to use those bags. We don't necessarily require them here, but we ask that you use them to avoid leaving a whole bunch of human waste out there. If you do not use the bag, you have to at least dig 6 inches into the ground and then cover it up in a place that people aren't going to be around.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
pack out toilet paper, because toilet paper is trash. You can't leave toilet paper in the park.
Okay.
Okay, and let's see, what else do we have here? So this is when I asked you to go over your itinerary with me, and just to let me know like what your trip's looking like when you're going
Yeah.
down.
Can we do it over here?
Yeah, it's fine.
Because that's probably the easiest one. So we started at North Point. We wanted to go to Maze Overlook and camp somewhere below Maze Overlook.
Mhm.
I understand. So we understood. Not next to Harvest Scene, not next to the spring.
Yep, and then you see this like the little marked, the yellowish area
Yeah.
right here. So you have to be out. So this campsite right here overlooks this area.
Yeah.
So you have to be outside of this little area right here.
Okay.
And it's really easy. There's all these little side canyon things that are going off here.
Yeah.
That you can camp in any of those, just not right on the trail right in here.
Sure. Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Then the second day we wanted to do the way up to the plaque over here and to chocolate drops.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way down to get down
If you
here?
can find it, be really careful. There are a couple different ways to get down from there, but it's the problem. If you mess up, the probability for severe injury is pretty high.
Okay.
Because this layer of rock, there's a route that comes down through like here to get down. And there's also one on this side that comes down over here. But someone told me there's cairns that lead you down that way. I don't know if there are or not. So
Okay.
you can get down that way, but it's more difficult.
Yeah. So probably take a rope with us and make sure.
Yeah, you can, but yeah, just look around make sure, because if you get down to a point you haven't scouted the whole route before,
can't
you'll
return.
get stuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be careful.
We want to try to get down here. We saw the reviews or something that someone said there should be cairns or something like this. If not, we might have to travel by.
Yeah, you
That's-
can just be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the third day is this way up to the to Chimney Rock, and I think
Ik loop
into
near,
Water Canyon. Yeah.
Near Beheave.
No, that's the fourth day. Into Water Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Camp somewhere around here.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth day doing this loop. Camp somewhere around Beehive Arch.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a little side trip in Dollhouse. Probably not going down Spanish Bottom. Fifth day would be into the main flat and into this canyon.
Into the Sweet Alice Canyon.
Yeah, Sweet Alice Canyon. Camp somewhere around here. Next day is doing. This is day 6. Day 6 should be something going into here, going to
Mother and Child.
Mother and Child, which should be somewhere over here, I guess. Getting out of this
Yeah.
canyon.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it comes back up like this.
yeah. And then getting out of this canyon and try to get somewhere close to the, I don't know where it is exactly, but close to the spring that is here.
Mm-hmm.
And the last day is through the South Fork, Horse Canyon, probably staying somewhere around here. And then, yeah, getting back out.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's a lot. You're gonna see the whole maze. All right.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
It's roughly 100 miles we calculated. So.
Yeah. It's perfect time to go down there right now. A lot of the areas that you're talking about is you pretty much have water to resupply almost everywhere, minus this whole area, but you have this spring.
Yeah.
You can hit that always has water. And then this whole area, you don't have water until you get to this spring.
Blue, right?
Yeah, that one's dry.
Yeah,
Well, spring
less.
is dry.
Yeah.
This has water here.
So we have to have water for 1 day, 2 days,
2.5.
and 2.5. Yeah, that's what we expected, to be honest. Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's hold on 1 second. All right, and this when you get down. So when you get from North Point, there's no water until you get to here too. So just know that this is a long way to get all the way down there. And everything else sounds good. It's pretty straightforward. I don't have anything to tell you about any of it, except for the whole thing about Water Canyon. There's probably going to be multiple groups you're going to see using that spring because people come up from the river to backpack in there. So just try to camp pretty far away from that area, up Water Canyon.
Yeah,
somewhere.
is it quite close to the trail, the spring?
It is. It's like the trail should cross running water, and if it doesn't cross running water, you just go up the canyon and you'll find it.
Yeah, we our plan was to hike a bit into Water Canyon. To stay there.
Yeah, it's nice up in there. You might see a couple other groups, like I said, but it's pretty nice up in there. Yeah. That's cool. Went over pretty much everything for that. So, since Katie, right? Am I pronouncing that right? Okay. So, since you're the trip leader, you are going to have to acknowledge. Let me sign these first here. So you're going to have to acknowledge that you understand those regulations. If you want to read any other ones, you can flip that over and read them. But if not, you can check and sign those. And then those are both yours. You carry those with you into the backcountry and make sure you have those on you because if you run into a ranger, they're going to want to check that when they ask you to check your permit.
Beste Straßenbedingungen. Aber der Forerunner, der macht sich da nicht viel draus. Bodenfreiheit ist extrem gut. Habe jetzt doch mal in den Allrad geschrieben, schalten, weil es dann doch ein bisschen hoch runter hier geht. Was haben wir denn noch? Eine halbe Meile. Ja, kriegen wir auch noch zusammen. Aber das ist schon ein sehr lustiges Gefahren hier.
Heute wird ganz kulinarisch, ganz kulinarisch, basteln wir uns hier heute aus Salat, Wraps und essen heute kalt. Passt, aber wir haben reichlich gefrühstückt. Genau.